Micah Parsons is now listed as a plus 600 favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year. He's tied with Myles Garrett. So, Micah, obviously he's an elite player, but he's never led the league in sack, shown to struggle stopping the run. Skip, you made it clear that he's not a Myles Garrett. So, Akib, do you think he can run away with Defensive Player of the Year this year?
I don't think he get the MVP just because when you that damn good, teams prepare for you. You're going to get the running backs chipping you. You're going to get the tight end on your side chipping you. So that's why he don't lead the league in sacks, because there's so much preparation that goes into stopping Micah Parsons. So I think he definitely...
They're not trying to stop Myles Garrett, TJ Watt?
I mean, they are. They try to stop those guys too. But, you know, hey, it might be more preparation going to Parsons because he's a generational type. Look at him. He fucking 250 run 4.3. That's generational type shit, right?
Yeah, no facts.
Hey, as soon as you got that green and yellow on, he unlocked
12 years old type shit. So, but I mean, I don't think he win the DMVP. I think he definitely has his imprint on every game. And I think another DB won it last year. I think a DB wins it again this year. Maybe Xavier McKinney benefits from Parsons. He get another 8 picks. And if you do it back-to-back years, they really going to put it on a pedestal this year. So Xavier McKinney is a guy to keep in mind. That's a damn good safety.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? He'll be the first safety to win it in 15 years since Palomalu.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So keep him in mind. He'll benefit from Parsons. He'll touch the ball just because Parsons getting that pressure, speeding up quarterback's clock. And then you got to keep Surtain in the conversation, man. He ain't give up a catch week 1.
He didn't.
He went crazy last year. So I think Surtain might enter the conversation and be the ninth player to win it twice, man. Because the older he get, the better he's going to get. And last week, he was clearly the number 1 DB in the league. So if he do anything close to last year, you got to give it to him again. You know what I'm saying? So I think it stay in the DB room this year, man. Shout out to the DBs. A DB going to win it again this year.
Yeah, no, I don't think he runs away with it. I don't think he even wins it. I think that's going to go to Myles Garrett. I like Micah Parsons, but Myles Garrett is just on another level. I mean, he's entering year 9 right now. He looks as good as he did as a rookie when I was with him in Cleveland. I went back and watched that tape against the Bengals, and I mean, his first step is better than anyone I've ever seen in all the years I've watched football.
Parsons?
He looks like
miss him in a
no,
game.
he's better than Parsons.
Better than Parsons?
No, Garrett is. I'm serious, man. At 6'4", 270. I mean, he looks like he's shot out of a cannon when he pressures off the edge. It's so impressive, and he plays with it's so effortless. It looks like he's smooth, but he also plays so violent, which is rare. And I go back to that hit he had on Joe Burrow. That was on Twitter where he was all the way outside as a 9 technique on the left, loops all the way to the inside, and Joe Burrow and he gets rid of it, but he takes a shot, and he's trying to end his career. Everybody wants to play quarterback, and you want the money, and you want the attention, and you want all of that stuff, and you want the deals and the endorsements until that shit happens. And then you don't want it anymore. And I had a flashback right there. I mean, that is a big hit, and he's been doing it for a long time. He is the best football player that I've ever seen in person on the defensive side of the ball, just as a physical specimen. He's smart, too. He doesn't get enough credit for the way that he plays a game. He understands concepts. He understands, gap integrity, all those different things. So I like Micah Parsons. I think he's going to be a good player this year. I think he's going to be really good for the Packers, but I think Myles Garrett's the defensive MVP this year.
Yeah, I think Myles Garrett wins it. I mean, the fact that Parsons is just an added piece to a defense.
Yeah.
Is going to stop him from winning it when you have someone who's the headliner, right? When you're talking about Cleveland Browns, no one is coming to see the offense, right? You're coming to see Myles. So, the fact that their defense spends more time on the field, right, versus, like a 29-28 split. It's about 35 minutes that they're on defense. So he is on the field a lot more than a lot of defensive players. So he's going to rack up numbers and destroy offenses just by himself. So you're going to have to give it to the guy who is the headliner of, the team. No one's going to see Otis. You know what I mean? No one's going to see, Flacco in that offense. Everybody's going to see, what Myles Garrett do. One is an opening act and, one is the headliner. We know who the headliner is the defensive player of the year.
Akib.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons isn't in Myles Garrett's galaxy. Like,
Come on.
not in his universe.
It's the other way around, technically
No.
at the same age. At
No.
the same age, it's kind of the other way
No.
around. Same age.
Myles Garrett is a force of nature
He is.
against the run and rushing the passer. Myles Garrett controls the line of scrimmage in ways that Micah Parsons never dreamed of controlling the line of scrimmage. Micah can out-quick you, he can outrun you, but he can't out-physical you. I don't care what you say, he can't. Myles Garrett can bull rush or out-quick you, and his closing speed on that sack you described on Burrow, his closing speed up the middle, it looked a lot like Micah's closing speed to me because he just whooshed in before, like Burrow thought for a second, I can get rid of this football, and he couldn't get rid of the football because he got crushed in an instant, right in the face mask. He got crushed and just about buried in the turf.
Yeah.
It was as
Bad place to be.
It was as big a shot, a legal shot, as you will see on a quarterback in the National Football League. And I do like Pro Football Focus. I think they do a good job. So to give Micah some credit, if I look at the years, I looked at all 4 years, how they ranked Myles Garrett versus Micah Parsons. So in the rookie year, they gave Micah fourth best, the edge rusher. They're just edge rushers. Myles was first. Micah's second year, they lifted him all the way up to second best edge rusher to Myles, number one. Micah's third year, Myles was still number one, but Micah held strong at number two, so I'm going to give you that.
He balled.
And then last year, Micah's last year in Dallas, Myles Garrett actually got knocked off the pedestal at the top by Aiden Hutchinson. Okay, so he was second, and Micah fell to sixth last year, which is about what he was. He did not have he got hurt for 4 games in the middle of the year, but he didn't have near the kind of impact that he'd even had in the first 3 years.
Right.
So again, if I'm going backwards, it's Myles is second, first, and Micah's 6, 2, 2, and 4. Okay, so my point is, if I look at even this past year, look at who Pro Football Focus ranked above Micah Parsons last year. Aiden Hutchinson, obviously, then Myles, then TJ Watt, then Nick Bosa, then Khalil Mack, and then came Micah.
That's crazy.
Okay? Well, that's the kind of impact he didn't have last year.
I mean, but 6 out of 64 edges, I mean, that ain't
Wait,
bad.
I gotta. Okay, so you said his rookie year, Micah was where?
4.
Garrett was 1.
And the truth is, truth is, that was his best year as a Cowboy, was his rookie year.
Okay.
Before the league figured him out. Go ahead.
His second year was, where did he rank?
Rose to 2.
He was, so at 23 years old, he was second.
Yep.
Okay, at 24 years old, he was where again?
2.
Second again.
Yep.
And at 25, he was what?
6.
So you're comparing that, you just proved the point.
Exactly.
As a
That he's better than Myles Garrett?
23, 24. At that age, he's right behind the best, who's 4 years older. You got to factor in all of it. At 4 years older, he is second behind this guy. This guy is a prime player. This guy is still learning how to play, and he's second and second. That shows you how gifted he is.
I would love to see.
That's why I said at the same age, at 22 to 25, they're not in the same planet. The one you don't like right now, he's only in the same category with Reggie White. It's just them two. That's how dominant he was.
I can't even fathom.
I know you can't.
I mean, Reggie White.
I know you can.
Listen,
It's crazy.
listen, Reggie White, whole
hard to
different
fathom.
player.
I know it's hard.
Okay, I'm actually old enough to remember what Reggie White looked like, you know, like how he played football. He was a pass rushing defensive tackle. He could split out. They could use him all over the place. But he was more of a physical force. He was more of a bull rusher. He was more of put 2 on me and I'll knock them both down and get to your quarterback. So that what Micah does is finesse to me. It's all finesse. He can chase down cement-shoed Jared Goff on a garbage time chase down blindside sack. That's what he does best. I give you that. But how many of those opportunities are you going to get in a football game? How many chase downs are you going to get where the quarterback leaves the pocket. I was going to say bolt the pocket, but it doesn't work for Jared Goff because he's never bolted anything. Okay. So he chases him down. The stadium's going crazy. It's 4 minutes left in a blowout game, and Jared Goff doesn't hear him coming, and it's the easiest sack anybody's ever sacked anybody with. Okay?
What side is he on?
Mostly the defensive left. But when he got that sack, he was on the defensive right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So Daniels is gonna be running to him.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get about 2 or 3 tonight. Yeah. So Daniels
He's gonna be
take
on
off.
Daniels' ass.
Daniels gonna try to take off on his natural side, and he's gonna be right there. Go back the other way.
I know you don't want to hear this, Skip, but that looked like a different Micah Parsons to me.
He did.
Okay.
Ooh, he looked like he been hearing Skip.
Hey, he
He looked like he been hearing Skip.
Skip's on his wall right now.
Talk about finesse. There were a couple times with Penei Sewell, who's a phenomenal tackle,
I got it.
that on the snap, he got in his chest before Sewell could even get his hands out.
Yep.
And you say he's a finesse guy. You can't do that if you don't have power. He had speed around the edge. He had a bull rush. They played the run game. And he, outside zone, right at his ass, on second and goal, moving in. Outside Armstrong, pushes Sewell back,
Cody?
lost of 6 yards.
Set the edge.
Boom. And no one can get around that. We didn't see that in Dallas consistently. Now, I know the argument is he's got to do it for 16 weeks. He's got to do it in the playoffs. I'm going off of what he's done in one game as a Green Bay Packer, and that looked like a pissed off, motivated, happy to be where he's at, Micah Parsons. It looked different.
In the comments, Skip.
Good.
If somebody say you can't do this, can't do this, guys like Micah Parsons, they rise to the occasion.
Or they get in their
Do
head.
they?
Choke.
One time he rose to the occasion. It's the first time in his
We'll see
career
tonight.
he's risen to the occasion.
We'll see how he played a run tonight.
Maybe he's a one-hit wonder.
All right, well, we'll see tonight.
4-year wonder.
We on that Pacific time. We got about 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
We'll see tonight.
Gil, explain to me, how do you have 1 sack in 4 playoff games and you're a 4-year wonder? Help me. I need...
Because they're running away. Just like a skateboard, they're running away from them.
All week, this offense has been talking about Cody,
Yeah.
Parsons. We can't let Parsons wreck the game. They didn't let him wreck the game.
Three things you do when you have a guy like Parsons, like Myles Garrett, like TJ Watt. Chip with the tight ends,
Yep.
the running backs, take him out of the pass rush, get him off of his rhythm. The next thing you do is we go quick game, make him frustrated. We're not going to go 5 and 7 step and throw the ball down the field and hit.
Then we run at him and double him.
We're going to go quick game. Then you run at him. And then the last thing is, as a quarterback, I know where he's at every single play. I know when he's right. I know when he's left. My internal clock. It gets the ball out quicker. If 1-2's not there, I'm not going to look around and panic. I'm going to throw it away, make him frustrated that he can't get home, go get on the tablet on the sideline, figure out what works, and then make adjustments going forward. You take him out of the game plan in those playoff games, in those
Them
crucial
big
moments.
games, Skip, that's what they do. That's what they used to do to Vaughn. They used to try to take him out, bro. They got to try to
Did
take him
people
out of the
take
game.
Reggie White out of games? Did they take Lawrence Taylor out of games? Charles Haley out of games? I watched all
I'm
of
pretty
it.
sure if we go through their history,
They took Vaughn out the game early in his career. They took Vaughn out the game.
Did Cam Newton take Vaughn out of the game?
But that's
Cam Newton.
that's year 5 Vaughn. That's a veteran Vaughn. That's a different guy. Then you get better, Skip. We already talked about that.
And a big point of this too is when you have one guy that can rush like Micah Parsons, like, all right, if you got 2,
we had D. Ware on the other side.
Yeah,
So they got to worry about everything.
You got 2 dogs on that deep. Then I'm game plan that week for offense is like, pick your poison. Who you getting? You going blind side? You going front side? It's tough. He has that now in Green Bay. I really feel like he's going to get complimentary football on the other side. And I think his numbers, I think we're going to see the best Micah Parsons we've seen so far in the league.
I would challenge you, because you're a film studier, go put in the tape of Green Bay at Dallas playoff game 2 years ago, the last playoff game the Cowboys played.
Who was the other edge?
going in.
Who was the edge on the opposite side?
I'm coming back next Thursday.
Who started edge on the opposite side of Parsons that game? We still don't know, Skip.
Dorrance Armstrong.
That's my KU. That's my little bro.
I know. He's your KU guy.
He was a baby then. He's a different player than he is right now with the Commanders. He's a different player.
Okay.
He's now paid. He's now a veteran.
Who's Myles Garrett's bookend defensive end, his pass rusher on the other side? You don't know. It's that Isaiah McGuire. And he may be pretty good. He had a pretty good year last year, but they got Mason Graham for him, the kid from Michigan, who's he's legit. He's legit. Okay, but the rest of the line, I give you the rest of the defense, starting with Denzel, but I don't know that it's a dominating defensive line like Micah just joined. Okay, so degree of difficulty is much higher for Myles Garrett than it is for Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons got it. He's on easy street now in Green Bay.
I agree on that. I picked Myles Garrett to win, so
But that's what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
You go and you say what he didn't do in the playoffs, but his team made the playoffs with nobody on the other side, and the Browns won 3 games with nobody on the other side.
We don't know what Myles Garrett
do. You know what I mean? So if he's good, he's good enough to get his team to the playoffs.
I got you.
If they fell in the playoffs, they fell in the playoffs. But I'm pretty
Here's
sure.
the problem. If Micah Parsons is generational impact, not talent, but impact, then what does he do against Green Bay when you're favored by 7 at home as the 2 seed against the 7 seed? Don't you wreak some havoc? Don't you wreck some of the game?
All right.
He put up zeros across. He goose egged.
Well, we don't know what Myles Garrett will do in the playoffs because Cleveland ain't never in the goddamn playoffs. His game is not translating to Cleveland winning games. It's just that. Now, I look at Myles Garrett first 4 years in the league, is 7 sacks, 13 and a half, 10, and 12. I'm taking Parsons over that shit.
Seriously?
Bro, that's
I don't believe you.
That's,
I don't believe you think that.
I'm taking Parsons first 4 years versus Myles Garrett first 4 years. I'm taking Parsons.
Okay, so if you
7,
could pick,
13 and a half, 10, 12.
okay, if you're playing on a defense
like,
in your prime, at your peak of your career,
right?
If you could have Myles Garrett at his best versus Micah at his best on your defense, you're picking Micah.
But we haven't seen Parsons' best yet. He's just now entering that prime, that 5th year, 6th year. That's when, look, his 5th year, 6th year, 7th year, 8th year, 16, 16, 14, 14. That's the Myles Garrett we're talking about. We haven't seen that Parsons yet. He's just now getting to that part of his career. It's a new team. It's a new situation, and we just now getting to that part of his career.
Okay,
So
even against Detroit the other day, he had no stats until that sack. He had no hits on the quarterback, no tackles for loss.
Caused an interception. He was playing the run game well.
Did
He
he cause
only
an
played, what,
interception?
29
Did he
snaps?
really?
And his thumbprint was all over that game in 29 snaps.
It was. I'm telling you right now, that interception to Evan Williams was 100% on Micah Parsons.
Easy.
Because if I'm Jared Goff,
100%?
I would have sat.
I put 100% on Jared Goff.
95.
Or Jared Goof, as I call it.
As soon as Micah Parsons beat
You
Penei
gotta
Sewell,
stop doing JG like that.
if I'm Goff, I'm going through
JG
progression, not
nice.
there, boom. But he had to get it out.
Jared
He
Goof.
caused that interception,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, well, back to the question. So 80% of the chat said Micah Parsons is not going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I feel like you guys are kind of on that wavelength as well. But let's go to...
Wait, I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Skip, you said the Dallas Cowboys Green Bay game,
Yeah,
they gave up 48 points?
yeah. 48-32. But it was 27-0 before halftime, Green Bay. 27-0.
Because you're not saying that the reason that they were scoring so fast because Dax was turning the ball over
Picks
and
after
throwing
picks.
picks. And
What was the stats, Gil?
he had 2 turnovers. I mean, he did good as an individual. But,
In the first half, though.
but you're doing this in the first half where they scored 21 points. and
Okay,
didn't score
remember,
anything.
Dak in the fourth quarter threw for like 220 yards in the fourth quarter of pure garbage time.
yeah.
Like,
No, I
like
agree.
couple
So he
touchdowns.
played. So the offense played so bad that it put so much pressure on the defense.
yeah, but
I knew you
still
was
gave
triggering. I
up.
knew you was triggering the stats.
No, I'm not
I knew you was triggering the stats.
Gil's getting good at searching. He's like, I got to check.
all
I got
you
to
need
fact
to know, it was 27-0 before halftime. Micah had to have some responsibility for allowing 27 points before halftime.
I'm like child support court. I'm gonna find the information. Skip. I'm gonna find out where you're at.
Nothing. It's 2 interceptions. It's 2 interceptions by the offense. 2 turnovers in that 27-0 as well.
Okay, let's look
Here
at
we go,
let's
Kendrick.
look at Micah's old team because the whole world is convinced.